We're going to go to Washington now. New trouble for House Republican leader Kevin McCarthy. In a newly released audio tape from right after the January 6th insurrection, he expresses concern that some House Republicans may be inciting violence, a revelation that could put his bid to be House Speaker in jeopardy. Chief Washington correspondent John Carl has the latest. Good morning, John.
Good morning, George. This audio tape is an extraordinary window into the unease and anxiety in the country after January 6th, and you can hear the anguish in Republican leader Kevin McCarthy's voice as he worries about more violence, and the Republicans, he fears, are fueling it.
Republican leader Kevin McCarthy is facing blowback from fellow Republicans who say he needs to explain what he said on newly revealed audio tape from the days after the January 6th attack on the Capitol. In a phone call with other Republican leaders just 4 days after the attack on the Capitol, McCarthy expressed deep concern about the possibility of more violence.
Tension is too high. The country is too crazy. I do not want to look back and think we caused something or we missed something and someone got hurt. I don't want to play politics with any of that.
The audio recording obtained by New York Times reporters Jonathan Martin and Alex Burns for their upcoming book, This Will Not Pass, shows that McCarthy was worried that some of his own colleagues, Republican members of Congress, were inciting violence.
This is serious stuff people are doing that has to stop. But our members have got to start paying attention to what they say, too, and you can't put up with that type of.
He mentions Republican Congressman Matt Gaetz saying he was going to call him to tell him to knock off the incendiary rhetoric.
I'm calling Gaetz. I'm explaining to him this is serious to cut this out.
It was a concern also shared on the call by the number 2 Republican in the House, Steve Scalise.
It's potentially illegal what he's doing. Well, he's putting people in jeopardy.
McCarthy was so concerned he asked why Twitter, which had recently banned Donald Trump, couldn't ban some of his fellow Republican House members who he believed were inciting violence.
Can't they take their Twitter accounts away too?
In response, Congressman Gaetz put out a statement overnight saying this is the behavior of weak men, not leaders.
McCarthy was rightly concerned about the possibility of more violence, but the suggestion you hear on that tape, George, that Twitter banned fellow Republicans, that will be extremely controversial among the Republican conference in the House, and more than any of the revelations that have come out so far could complicate his efforts to become the next Speaker of the House.
What a sign of the times, though, that he's actually in trouble for expressing concern that, as you point out, was a concern that just about everybody in the country shared at that time.
Entirely legitimate concern.
John Carl, thanks very much. Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.